My daughter was born with a degenerative bone and tissue disorder, and due to a blotched operation in the last 10 years of her life, she had 81 abdominal surgeries, developed spontaneous fistula, and with the osteogenesis imperfecta, she really suffered a lot of bone and tissue pain. And it's only the last 5.5 months of her life, when Hospice got involved, that she had some quality of life. On the 16th of November in 2012, when I gave her her 2 o'clock injection, she said, "Mommy, I know I'm dying." And I said, no, you've been through far worse. You're going to bounce back and be okay. She said, "No, I know what's happening in my body. I'm dying. And promise me you'll start a hospice so that no one will suffer the way I did." So the next day I spoke to Sister Tersia and I said, "You won't believe what a promise I made 2 o'clock this morning." And I told her, and she said, "Oh, this is great. I've got a non-profit organized, set up, Stepping Stone Hospice and Care Services, and we can use that." And I said, "Would you come on board?" And she said, "I'd love to. Can you pay my salary for X amount of months?" And I said yes. So on the 1st of January 2013, we started out of my house with one messed up wheelchair. Vic was our very first patient, and Sister Tersia. And it, I suppose, was apt that Vic was our first death as well. She died on the 18th of January. But knowing that her dying wish had been honoured, I really have a philosophy that if no good comes out of suffering, it was futile. My child's suffering has led to thousands of people that will be helped in my lifetime, as did Teresa's. And we honour their memory every day with what we do. On her 3rd birthday, she'd had 41 fractures. So it's the brittle bone disease. And as they grow older, they said that she wouldn't live to the age of 12. But we treated as problems arose. She spent years with physiotherapists, strengthening her core to protect her spine. And honestly, when she was 20, she thought she was invincible. Got married at 22 and fell pregnant 6 weeks later. And gave birth to a little miracle twice. The 81 surgeries is she had a pro disc inserted into her spine because her spine was disintegrating, and the surgeon disregarded other doctors' advice on how poor the tissue was and perforated her small bowel. So she went into septic shock, and first op was on the Wednesday. On the Friday night, because of my nagging, he took her back into theatre for 11.5 hours, and on the Sunday for 9.5 hours. She was ventilated for 22 days. But she had this incredible will to live, and she pulled through. No stomach muscles, big gaping hole in her stomach. and it just went from bad to worse. So 81 massive surgeries. The shortest surgery ever was 3.5 hours. It was merging my daughter's dream with the reality of palliative nursing. That was a challenge. So, especially in the beginning, I was all emotion, and I didn't realize the practical rule side of hospice. But I'm so grateful for Sister Cheryl Newman. She came in, and I tell you, we hated one another. And it was chip chup. And she said, these are the rules. And I kicked against it, she kicked against me. And then one day she said to me, I realized that I walked into your dream. And then I knew that she knew my heart. And from that day, we've been the best colleagues, we're great friends. I have the greatest respect and admiration for her. I never question any of her decisions in the IPU. Spent a lot of time trying to learn what it's about. Done the palliative course and everything. But I've also learned to rely on the expertise and not just the heart. Our highlights, it's the patient that's being interviewed who came in and is going home to her family. The dignity with which patients are allowed to die. Our community has been phenomenal. The way they bought into this hospice and the way they've supported us throughout the process. The goodness of people. Making patients' dreams come true. We've had a christening here, we've had a wedding here, we've had a birth now, which is phenomenal. And it's the fact that there's hope, there's so much hope. A lot of our patients are cremated and people need some closure. And planting a rose tree in memory of a loved one that you can come back to really works. It really, really works. So we have hundreds of roses and they're beautiful. And when a patient passes, as part of a closing ceremony or ritual, not ceremony, that's the wrong word, we let all our staff walk out with the patient and the family will put a rose on the shroud and we will all stand a guard of honor until the patient leaves the grounds.